Hello and welcome back to another episode of the JBR Play Podcast. We've had a couple of weeks off because I've been away, but we're back now and we're ready to record. So today I am with Ben.
As fascinating as it would be for me to talk to myself, I mean, I do that every day on my own anyway.
Hello, people. I'm on my own doing my own solo podcast. Yes, and today's topic, I wanted to ask you actually on your opinions on this. And it's about the whole concept now of spoilers and the internet and social media creating this kind of new gateway for spoilers and how it's affecting films, in your opinion.
Right.
So so one of the big examples for me, which I thought about earlier, actually, because I wanted to talk about this for a few days now. I've been thinking about it and just looking into it because for me, like one of my favorite TV shows is The Walking Dead, and yet you just go online, and if you go online the day before an episode comes out over here, because it comes out in America first.
I'll say it doesn't help the fact it is out already for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
By the time we get around to watching it.
So there's spoilers everywhere. And even sometimes, like with The Walking Dead, they accidentally spoiled it on their own UK Facebook page. They accidentally put a picture up of Daryl carrying Beth's corpse and saying R.I.P. Beth. By the way, I should probably point out to anyone watching this podcast will be full of spoilers because we're going to be using examples. So anything that's mentioned, if you're not that far into it, probably best to skip that bit. But yeah, and I think it is affecting them, like film companies and production companies in quite a big way. So the example I've been thinking of recently was the latest Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. It was fantastic and it was a brilliant trailer. And I mean, I was already going to go see the film anyway because I was really excited about it. The cast, crew, brilliant. I love all Marvel films anyway, so I was definitely going to go. And I saw the trailer and I loved it. But at the same time, I was also a bit like, oh, well, I kind of feel like I know everything now. I know there's going to be bits you won't see coming, but I feel like the overall story's been laid out.
I'm hoping they've done
from the trailer.
Kind of done it on purpose to make you think, oh, so this is happening, that will happen. Then this will happen, lose the suit, beats the bad guy, probably get the suit back, all that. I'm hoping they're going to twist it on its head somehow and be like, this is actually not what's happening. This is what we've fed you to believe. And then do something really clever.
I hope that's the case.
I hope.
Because, I mean, the story will be good if it is the one they've teased. But I honestly think that this is just my opinion, by the way. This isn't fact. This is just my opinion, that companies will do that now because the internet, everything gets leaked online and you just see it everywhere. Like,
so easy. That's
everything's getting leaked left, right, center. So it's almost like, is there any point in keeping it secret for the film? Like, why don't we release a trailer, giving the full outline of the whole story? Because there will be people who know. By the time it gets out, if you choose, it'll be easy enough to find online, I'm sure.
That's the problem. I mean, you already got the problem of piracy a lot of the time. People go, oh, I'll just watch it, online somewhere. That will probably get even worse with that because, if they did release, say, oh, this will happen sort of thing, come to the film, people will be like, no, I kind of know what's going to happen. I'm not going to pay for it. If I'm going to watch it, I'll probably just stream it online or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll probably get worse.
It's a big negative. So I do think social media it's good advertisement for companies, but at the same time, there's a huge negative of spoilers. And like I was saying, it's infuriating because like the finale of The Walking Dead, okay, it was predictable. I knew Sasha was going to die, but at the same time, I went onto YouTube in the morning to check something actually for our channel, and one of the videos that popped up recommended for you, and it's her as a zombie, and I was like, well, brilliant. And it wasn't photoshopped; it was an actual image from the show, and I was like, well, I knew it was happening, and it was pretty predictable how it was going to happen anyway. That wasn't the purpose of her death, was to be a shocking surprise.
Yeah.
Like, I think we all knew it was coming. But seeing it still quite infuriating before. And I also saw one of Shiva the tiger, like, mauling someone, another one, like a video next to it.
Yeah.
And that's annoying because obviously YouTube recommends videos, and obviously I like to watch discussions on The Walking Dead on YouTube as well, like people who debate theories and ideas. And because I watch that, then it will come up with other things as well, like reviews and spoilers and stuff and recommended. And I wish there was a way there might be a way, but I haven't found it yet, where you can filter that out.
Because obviously we share the same YouTube thing. We're always logged in on our JBR, and you watched a lot of the Rebels stuff, didn't you? Star Wars Rebels, and I'm not up to date, so I keep getting stuff coming up. I'm like, oh, I can't look at it because the titles are so descriptive. That's the problem. They'll be like, what's the face kills this person? Just like, why? Why can't you say, episode this or something? Just that. Leave it at that. And people know what it is they're looking for, maybe.
It's the whole clickbait concept, isn't it?
But it's not clickbait to me. It's just pissing me off. It's like, no, why?
Yeah. It's like when
Stop
people
it.
go, "Oh, it's simple, just don't go on it," and it's like, well, it's not simple because it's become such a big part of your everyday life. Like checking Facebook, whether you like it or not, is a bit like you go on Facebook every day, pretty much.
I make a real conscious effort to avoid it when, say, like things like The Walking Dead, because I know it's going to happen. So the day before, I would just avoid it for the whole day, and then I go on it and do whatever I have to do. So it's just ugh.
Do you know what
I can't trust it anymore.
No, you can't. Do you know what one got me? So I follow on Facebook. I follow a lot of big media companies, just to see kind of keep up to date in like latest entertainment news, films, TVs, games, whatever it is. And so we went to go and see the new Fast and Furious. This will be a spoiler for the film, by the way, if you care about spoilers for it. But yeah, and it was Entertainment Weekly. And they had a video up, and the video said potential spoiler warning. But as it said it also had in the title, or somewhere on it, that Vin Diesel's son was the reason he was being blackmailed into working with him. He had like a baby. And I was like, well, that spoiled it for me. I mean, it's the Fast and Furious. I wasn't expecting anything too elaborate. Now, like in
That
terms
still
of
got
that.
me when I watched. I went, oh, because it was like Elena turned. I was like, oh, really? Is he fighting for her? Then the kid, I was like, oh,
Yeah, that's the thing. I like.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it. Like I said, I actually really enjoyed the film. But it was just, and like I said, I wasn't expecting the reason he was doing it to be, because the point of Fast and Furious isn't meant to be a really intellectual film. I'm not saying it's stupid, but I'm saying it's not meant to be it's not meant to be a
deep.
brain teaser. It's not meant to make you sit there making you think about life, kind of, and solve puzzles. It's an action enjoyment movie.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, but it was still kind of, it was quite irritating to see. 'Cause I was like, well, now I know. So when we were in, like you said, you were surprised yesterday. I wasn't at all. I was like, I knew that. Like when we were on the screen, I was like, I knew that was coming. And yeah, it
just takes it out of stuff. That's the problem. It takes the steam out, and you're like, little steam, the wind even. You're just like, okay.
because I do.
Less exciting then.
Yeah, a couple of our friends, they actually don't care about spoilers at all. Like one of my friends, he's not fussed. He just wants to know what happens, so he'll read ahead of something, or he will go online and look for spoilers, and that's fine. If that's what you like doing, then that's.
Well, I have it with
That's
something
not a
like
problem.
The Walking Dead, the comic series. I'm like, it's fine. Just tell me whatever. I don't mind. Just like the series, because I'm so into the series and watching it, I don't want that ruined.
Well, it's the thing.
Otherwise, I find it interesting. But
Yeah.
as a comic, it's interesting to me, but I don't really want to have to go hunt it down, read it through it, learn it all, when someone could just tell me.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. I just, it's just a shame that, because obviously social media, there are tons and tons of positives with it as well. But I do think from an entertainment
good
perspective,
advertisement.
and also I feel like this is just my opinion. I feel like people feel entitled. That because there's something coming out, they're entitled to know what happens before it comes out. They're entitled to piracy. They're entitled to a copy of it, which isn't.
Because you ruin it for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
But it is becoming a big thing. Like footage getting leaked is a regular. It's like not really a shock anymore when you hear big spoilers been leaked from this film. You're like, I hear that.
Yeah,
I think
like,
you hear that for pretty
about
much
time.
every film. Yeah.
It lasted that long? Wow.
For Avengers: Age of Ultron, there was. I don't know if it was true or not, because as soon as I heard about it, I remember just going, I am going nowhere near it. But apparently the entire script
I remember you
leaked.
telling me that, yeah.
And I was just like, I'm not even going to, like, as soon as I saw the article saying that, I didn't even, I saw the headline saying it. And I was like, you know what?
Well, that sort of thing's fine. Not fine, as in, that's terrible. But I mean, for someone to say on the social media, it's been leaked, maybe here's a link. Fine, that's fine. You're not ruining it for me. It's my choice to then click on that and then ruin it for myself, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. If
it's
they
just
say
people who just, as you say, you're saying the clickbait thing, who specifically put the title as something like, really obvious, and it just ruins it.
With the spoiler in the
words.
title.
Done.
If they
Or a
do-
picture.
like if they kind of hinted it. So if there's something like a cliffhanger, like going back to The Walking Dead, for example, that again, what was leaked, and I think they did a fantastic job of keeping that under wraps. Who Negan killed.
Yeah.
And then, but it still got leaked around 3 or 4 weeks before the episode came out. And this is the thing: people were adamant to go and spoil it. So there were people around set constantly monitoring, and there were loads of. I remember seeing comments everywhere being like, Stephen Yun and Michael. I'm going to pronounce his last name wrong, but basically the characters for Colditz.
They call him it on the Talking Dead all the time, don't they?
Anyway, Abraham and Glenn. People had said that we haven't seen them on set for a while, and we haven't seen them on set really for a long, long time now. So people starting to put 2 and 2 together, and then it did get confirmed before the episode released that was the case, and it's just a shame, really, because I think I'd already I guessed Abraham was going to go. I wasn't sure about Glenn. I wasn't sure if to shock people they might change that. I honestly thought there was a chance they might go for Daryl because I've always said this to you, that was the perfect chance to kill Daryl.
Because obviously I'm a Daryl super fan. I was like, kill him, just kill him, please, kill him. Because I will not accept any other way, probably.
Because they were so defeated and outgunned and
They
outmatched.
shot him in the arms. I was like, they're not going to. He's a wounded animal now. It's like, you can't.
Exactly, and which is why I thought, from a logical perspective, it made sense for Abraham. But then we needed, as characters, we needed someone who we I mean, I loved Abraham, but we needed someone from the beginning of the original cast to go. Yeah. Like, that was the only way. That was really going to be a groundbreaking, shocking intro.
Cement Negan as this new big bad guy.
I actually saw, this is going a bit off topic here, but I saw a really interesting interview with Andrew Lincoln about that the other day. And he was saying how he thinks the cliffhanger was good because if you had shown the kill, it would have taken away from Negan, introducing Negan, which I think is actually a really good point looking back on it. Because you would have
get time to process it.
You would have spent the 6 months between seasons, you would have spent that going, oh no, Glenn and Abraham are dead, instead of being like, where we were like, Negan's epic. That was like, it was so suspenseful. We were like, Negan is, when he's on the screen, oh my god, it's tense. Like you could cut that tension with a knife, and that's what he was getting. I was like, actually, you know what? He's right. I completely agree with that, 100%. I didn't think of it that way before, but after hearing him say it, I was like, actually, yeah, that makes sense. But sorry, going back to it. So yeah, that was like a big deal, and it's like Game of Thrones as well now. Because people die quite often on that show, no one is safe. The last thing you want to see, like the morning before an episode comes out, is like, for example, this one hasn't happened obviously, but Tyrion's dead. You're like, that would, like, to see that before it happened would take so much out of it.
Well, like we have with me, isn't it? Our friend when we were on set was talking about, like, the Starks. Remember, and he's saying like, I had just seen season 1 at this point, so I knew about Ned obviously, and he was like, oh, so you know about was like Ned dying, and he's like, oh no, I mean Rob. I was like,
oh yeah,
you dick.
It was when he said that, and I was like, oh no, and he went Ned Stark, and I was like, oh phew, okay, Ben, because you had to catch up, didn't you? It's like, okay, Ben's in the clead, and he went, and it was just when he went, oh no, not Ned, and then Rob was like,
I remember watching it, and like he met, I can't remember her name, his wife,
maid,
person. I was like, oh, they're so happy, but it's gonna be so miserable. And then the good thing is though, he only said they died, so I didn't know how it's gonna happen, anything like that. So, I heard about the Red Wedding. I knew that was the thing. So when it got to the wedding, I was like, oh shit. But I heard a story, I can't remember who told me this, when The Force Awakens came out. Was it, because I kind of see it as people, when it comes to spoilers, it's, we see it's partly clickbait sort of thing, but some people use it as, not kind of like a weapon, but like just to hurt people.
It's trolling.
Yeah, they just do it to hurt people. And apparently someone went out in a cinema, they just came out the screen, and there was a long queue of people, waiting to go in to see the new film. And in case you haven't seen it, big spoilers, obviously. But yeah, he shouts out, Han Solo dies, Kylo Ren kills him or something. And then apparently, I think it was like, someone dressed as Boba Fett and Stormtrooper basically just beat the crap out of him. I don't know how severely, but I was like, I find it very hard to feel sorry for him in any way.
I don't feel sorry for him at all.
He kind of fully deserves it, because that's technically, like, what do you call it? Not vocal abuse. How do you call it?
Verbal assault. It's not
verbal assault. A very minor form. He's doing it to hurt people.
Oh yeah, there's full intent behind it. Yeah,
so it's like, you kind of deserve that.
Yeah, it's like,
don't be a prick.
There are sometimes what will happen accidentally, like walking through a cinema, if you don't like spoilers, can be quite a dangerous place.
Even if you're talking to someone about it, and then someone hears it over that, but if you shout it to everyone,
oh yeah, if you shout it, there's no excuse.
You're just being a dick.
It's like, as well, like, people leave it in comment sections. Like, I remember, so I'm part of the MCM Comic Con group, and someone put literally about a week, not even a week, around 4 days after Logan came out of the cinema, they put up that Wolverine dies at the end, and
it's like, why?
I was just like, luckily I've seen it, because like I would have been furious if I hadn't seen the film and saw that spoiler, and people were going nuts in the comment section. They got it banned, they got it taken. So many people reported it. It went fairly quick, but a lot of people in the comments were like, I haven't seen it yet. What the hell? And you do feel bad for them, because it's something they've been excited for.
Yeah.
And then
you just take that away from them.
Yeah.
Like,
and then and then they're like, oh, you should have seen it by now. That bugs me, because it's like, you don't.
There is that grace period. I agree with the grace period. And then there's a point where it's like, when someone says something, it's like, well, if you really liked it that much, then you should have maybe seen it by then. But
yeah, but
it's still not cool.
I still think if you, and also like at the cinema, like I didn't get to see Iron Man 2 at the cinema because I was at uni and I had so much work, I just didn't get around to seeing it at the cinema. But no one spoiled it for me, which was really nice. So when I got it, I bought it on DVD as soon as it came out, and I really enjoyed it, and I was really glad I hadn't had it spoiled for me. And I mean, there was not. It's one of those films because it's a middle film as well. There wasn't any huge revelations about it, but it was still quite nice to be able to wait until it came out on DVD and without having it ruined. Whereas I don't think that's possible now. I think, like, for example, when the Justice League coming out this year, I guarantee you there will be spoilers for that so quickly, and they'll be everywhere. It'll be so.
Well,
hard
you're talking about you're saying that they hope they bring in Superman as the bad guy, whereas that would be like the thing that would get leaked.
Yeah, leaked.
Is that the right? Yeah.
Leaked. Yes, yeah.
For some reason in my head I thought I just said linked. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, it'll be like, a photo of him in whatever outfit. Be like, oh, he's a big bad guy or whatever.
Because like for me, I remember this one isn't anyone's fault at all. It was always talking about the cinema again. If you accidentally overhear people, so when I was at uni, I had a summer job at the local cinema, and I was working there the day The Dark Knight Rises came out, and I remember I was behind
working there. Be so dangerous.
I was behind the ticket machine, and I heard them talking about the ending, like, and I heard one going, "Wait, so did he die in that nuclear explosion?" I was like,
"Shut up!"
And then his friend went, "No, that's why Alfred sees him at the end." And I was like, but you can't be mad because they were just talking about it, isn't so that kind of accidental spoiler is gutting, but it's no one's fault. That's just wrong place, wrong time.
I think the worst I've had at the cinema was, it was nothing big. I think it was like Ted or something. And yeah, someone came out the screen as I was walking in. He went, "Oh my god, I can't believe they almost killed him at the end." He came back or something. I was like, "Oh, you dick!" I was like, why? I understand you're just talking to your friend, but keep your voice down. I always do that when I'm talking to someone in the cinema. I always just keep it very like quiet and muttery, just so I don't ruin it for anyone like nearby.
When I'm in the screen, when we're walking out the cinema, I try to avoid talking anything spoilery.
Or talk about it in the screen.
Or talk about it in the screen still, or when you're actually out the cinema, because then people are less likely to overhear.
Or then you say he died. It's like, well, what?
Exactly. Yeah.
You have no idea.
I try not to use names in the cinema as well. So, like, if, for example, going back to Force Awakens, when Han Solo died, coming out, I'd been like, "Oh, I can't believe they killed him," but I wouldn't say,
"I can't believe they killed it."
It's Do we just assume Han's gender?
He could have been a girl. Who knows? Well, Solo's not his real name.
No, they're keeping it. They are keeping it, apparently.
Are they?
But
unless it's really good for plot development, why?
Why change his name?
Isn't like it's something to do with like develops Kylo Ren or something? Okay, but otherwise, like, what's the point?
Yeah. Why? No. But this is also another issue with spoilers, is the concept of false spoilers too. People putting up fake leaked.
Fake news.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say that. But like it does happen as well. People make up fake spoilers, which in a way isn't too bad. Because in a way,
that's okay. Because that's them trolling, but not purposely trying to hurt people. They're just going, "Ha ha ha." And also, I'm being little shit. That
can be a positive, because if you go into a film, I mean, I doubt it, because when you go into a film, you're probably like, "Oh, well, I know what's going to happen." But if you believe it and then it doesn't happen, and something else happens instead, you're like, "I did not see that coming." Yeah, that was sneaky. Yeah. But it was like, for example, the Wolverine Origins movie, before that came out in cinema, it got leaked. A version of the film, a finished version of the film from beginning to end, time duration was like finished, but they hadn't added in all the special effects yet.
Right.
Got leaked. So like when Wolverine's running and jumping, he's just in a harness.
Oh, I remember telling you about this, yeah.
And obviously, so many people saw it before it actually came out. I don't actually know if it would have made much money from that. Actually, I need to look into that. But yeah, apparently the guy who did it, they used him as an example. Yeah, the guy who leaked it.
Leaked it.
The guy who leaked it, yeah, he had a huge fine to pay and he's gone to prison for some time. Damn. Which, yeah, but to be fair, it's theft. And it's potentially robbing a production company out of millions of pounds. So, yeah, I don't really blame him for doing that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't see it as a big deal. Like, I'm just one person watching it for free online. It's like, yes, but if everybody has the same attitude.
Yeah, see, you can never say I'm the one person, because there's always those other people saying, I'm the one person, one person, making up all these people.
Well, it's like people actually, so piracy and spoilers are technically different things, but they are quite similarly, they're kind of on similar paths. And it's Kick-Ass 3 is never going to be made. Well, as far as we're aware, it's never going to be made.
Yeah, not anytime soon, probably.
Kick-Ass 2 was the most pirated film of that year.
And it was great.
It was I really enjoyed it. I love both Kick-Ass films, and I was really hyped for a third one. And when they just like, it's been pirated too much. I was like, I completely see where the production company's coming from. And then people have kind of shot themselves in the foot because the people who pirated probably did really enjoy it, or at least a lot of them would have. And they now stuck. They're like, okay, well, we don't get a third. And it's like, well, it's your own fault. You don't really have anyone to blame there but yourself. You choose to pirate it.
It's so, I mean, I can see... Oh,
No.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. I can see why people would do it. But it's so easy to just... I mean, for the majority, because there's so many cinemas everywhere, different, companies and everything. It's really, really easy, generally, just to go to the cinema. It's widely available. To go and see it, legit. I mean, things like TV shows. I'd only ever consider, like streaming something if I can't find it, or I have to pay a whole service, for a whole channel or something just for this one thing. I don't do it. I use things like Netflix or use someone else's whatevers. But I mean, that's the only reason I'd consider doing it is if it's not made that available to you.
Yeah, I see. I do understand. Yeah, in other
America
countries
when
other things are not released in other countries for years, and then
that's what I mean. Things like that.
Then it's difficult. But I still, obviously, I'd be kind of shooting my own career in the foot if I did. The way I see it as well is how obviously
if someone
working
pirated
in
yours, you'd be
that
like,
industry, I'd be like, I can't. How could, if I ever did pirate, how could I expect anyone to buy mine? And I couldn't really be annoyed if anyone. So I always make sure I do everything by the book, and it's all.
If it's a nice legit way to pay for it, I will do that because I'm paying for what they've done. I'm paying for your work.
Yeah,
so it's
and that's the thing. It is a job. People put hours and hours of their life into this to make it work. And it's a real shame when obviously because again, for writers, actors, directors as well, producers. There must be some obviously it's not just all about the money. Obviously that's a big part of it for them making money. But they do obviously so Charlie Cox, guy who plays Daredevil, had a perfect quote for this. No one ever goes out there with the intention of making a bad film or a bad show or a bad game. People
well I have to question that sometimes.
Well
You're wow, really? You came up with that?
But also I think for spoilers as well, I think it can be avoided as well. A lot of people say cinema's too expensive. Which again, cinema tickets are quite expensive.
They are going up and up and up.
But that's because piracy is happening more and more and more. So it's a vicious circle. But also, there are ways around it. So, for example, we both have Odeon Limitless.
Which is incredible for what it is.
It's about £4 or £5 more than one ticket. And it's that much a month. So you're paying less than £20 a month. And you're getting as many tickets as you want for that month. So...
legitly as many. You could go into the cinema and say, can I have one ticket for every screening of, Guardians of the Galaxy today, and I go, they'll probably look at you funny, but they'll be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I know Cineworld do something similar, if not the same,
yes,
as well. So it's a really good idea because, I mean, I always go to the cinema a lot anyway. I'm always pretty much.
Well, the number of people they'll catch out who don't go that month or whatever, they make a profit then. So it does work out for them.
And. Yeah, so there are ways the companies like cinemas are trying to help as well, but it's just I kind of feel like I said, if you don't mind spoilers, then okay, but you don't need to kind of share it if that makes sense. There's one guy actually I watch on YouTube called Trev's Cham, and he does Walking Dead videos, and he always does theories, and it's really good because he even says he's like, look, I know the comic books, so I'm going to try and not use the comic books to spoil the TV show. I'm going to make theories based off of the fact that they are different things. Yeah. And he also says as well, to people, he's like, every video I hear, I watch of his recently, he's like, please don't put spoilers in the comment section below. Please, if you have any spoilers, you can talk to people in private about it, but please do not leave them as comments on my video or my videos because it ruins it for the people who care. Yeah. So it's quite nice to see that obviously people...
It ruins the channel as well. People go, I'm not going to go back there because...
I got the spoil for me,
people spoil other things in other videos.
Do you think that companies are going to start releasing more in-depth trailers? I mean, that's been an argument for a long time.
I was hoping they're going to go in the backwards and just start showing less. Just literally little, make the trailer shorter and just do I love trailers because they're showing me what I want to see. But just make it maybe shorter and just really, not abstract, but, random shots that just look cool together. That's it.
Are you thinking about the new Star Wars trailer?
Kind of, yeah. That's a good example because
I don't know what's going on in that at all.
Yeah, it's a teaser trailer, so it's a shorter one.
Yeah.
And it is, you're kind of looking at it like, okay, that looks amazing. I don't really know what's going on here. I have a general idea, possibly, but I don't really know what's happening. Yeah. But I'm excited to see it because it looks incredible.
Yeah.
That's all I need. That's all I need. Thor did it well as well.
Thor,
I mean, you're getting more of an idea of what's actually going on, but it's still got nice little, jumping shots around going, here's a cool shot, here's a cool shot, here's a cool shot.
Yeah, it's done stuff where it gives you a rough idea of the story, but not so much. You don't know how it ends and how it begins.
You have no idea where those shots go in sequence sort of thing.
Well, you can kind of work out from the haircut. Like they were saying, obviously, whenever he's got the long hair and the beard, it's obviously early.
Unless it's flashbacks or some sort of dream sequencing
exactly, they could be
anything.
Something different. Yeah. So
his hammer, is it actually shattering or is it just like a...
I'm sure it is because
it probably will.
Again, because of leaked concept. Well, I don't know if it was leaked or released, but there was concept art from Avengers: Infinity War, and people have realised that Mjolnir's handle is very different, and Rocket Raccoon is very cleverly in shot blocking the hammer end.
Oh, okay.
So you can't see if there is a different hammer, but I'm guessing if they've done that, there is.
He's the hammer now.
I don't know if that was leaked or if that was released officially, but. That kind of stuff, it's not too big a deal because it's not major spoilers. And especially now they've released the Ragnarok trailer.
Well, then it makes you speculate rather than going, it is this.
Yeah.
It makes you go, oh, maybe this, maybe that.
Because I was saying about the Spider-Man trailer, I loved it. But I do feel now like I know pretty much what's going to happen from beginning to end. I really hope, like you said, there's going to be lots of curveballs in there. And I still think it's going to be fantastic. I'm really hyped for Spider-Man.
Maybe it'll be like films now these days, and they don't actually keep the stuff that's in the trailer in the film.
I don't think that's a bad idea because
I don't mind, but it's things like Rogue One, where she's on the bridge and the TIE fighter came out. I was like, that looks like it's gonna be insane. Nowhere to be seen. I was like, why?
I guess as well because I think I don't know. This is because obviously the films aren't finished yet, so we don't know. That scene might have looked really cool, but there's a reason it was taken out. So it could have been really badly done. They were like, you know what, this doesn't work. This doesn't fit the film.
Well, they're going to keep them alive, weren't they? Originally,
there was a talks of it. Yeah. I'm very glad they went with the ending.
Bad studio.
That was something that was kept. I did find was covered very well. I didn't hear of anyone getting the ending. I mean, it probably did happen somewhere, but I didn't hear. As far as I'm aware, I didn't see anyone getting it spoiled for them. I didn't have it spoiled for me. I went to see it the day it came out though. But a few days later, I went with some other friends, and none of them knew anything about the characters, what happens to the characters, or anything.
Yeah.
So that was one that they managed to keep a lid on really well. I think that's the problem, is that you had to be so tight on security, which obviously in a digital age is very difficult. So yeah, I hope this is kind of a phase, the whole concept of spoilers, and it's eventually gonna fade out. But I don't think it will.
With humans being humans, I doubt it.
Yeah. I think people are quite impatient to know. They want to know now. I'm sure, again, for example, if someone managed to leak a Spider-Man Homecoming without all the special effects added in, you could bet that so many thousands of people would be watching it as soon as it came out. I would wait.
I wouldn't watch it because I know it'd look weird or wrong. Yeah. And it'd ruin it for me. I'd be like, well, that looks stupid.
Yeah. I would rather wait until it's not that long to go now as well.
Well, because I worked on I was an extra on Fantastic Beasts, and I saw one of the lightsabers, one fights even, and it just looked ridiculous because there's no effects, nothing. Obviously, it's real life. Then it just looked really stupid. I was like, okay, fair enough.
Well, yeah,
I'm sure that'll look awesome when I watch it. I wish it did. It would look great, but if I watched that sort of film without the effects, it would just be like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
You're watching half a film. Pretty much.
Exactly, yeah. But
I see, because that's what they're very good at with the extra stuff. They always, they usually have the security people on set everywhere being like, either no phones whatsoever. That one was a no phones whatsoever situation. But a lot of films are literally like, you're not allowed it on set. If you are seen with it out, you're out, basically. We'll just take you home and you're out. No pay, nothing, go. Which is,
I think that's
protecting it, yeah. Oh, it's fine, they're protecting it, which is fair enough.
Well, they're protecting
people can't be trusted.
Really, being an extra is a job, so if you shouldn't really have your phone out at work unless you're like, I need to make a call for work, a work-related call.
Only reason I ever had it was for the time. That was it. But no, someone got caught tweeting a photo of her. I think it was like her with Eddie Redmayne or something. It's like literally on set. I don't know if it was him with his head turned or something. I don't know. But it was like, it's just you're gonna get caught,
especially if you put it on Twitter.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Really
you're going
dumb.
to get caught, and they're gonna find you. Go, we know who you are. Can we have a list of everyone? So it's like, why?
Yeah.
I mean,
and if you put, well, were they in the photo?
I think so. I think it was a selfie.
Yeah, see that's
It's
you've got to kind of
ridiculous.
question some people there, but also at the same time, I completely get why that stuff just does
I
not
think
fly.
she
but
was
there was no
a super
bad
fan.
intent. Yeah,
So she was willing to give up everything just to have that. But I was like, still,
there's
it's still silly.
It's never going to end well. That's kind of common
Yeah.
sense. So but it wasn't really a spoiler in it.
No, it wasn't spoilery. It was just silly, risky, very, very risky.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't.
But I guess another reason for spoilers, isn't it? People to make money, selling it.
You can sell it to news
Newspapers and
sources.
stuff,
Yeah, that's true. But also, is it worth the risk? Because if you just say you have that big, I don't get why you. There are other ways to work around it, kind of. And when I say work around it, by the way, sorry, I mean as in like. I don't mean as in dodging the system. I mean as in working around. Like, do you really need that money? I went off.
No, maybe they do. I don't know.
But like, also, is it worth the risk? Like I'm saying, like, so you go, okay, yeah, let's sell a spoiler. Okay, great, you've made however much, maybe a couple. No, you wouldn't make that much. Maybe a fair few grand. But you're gonna the amount you're gonna have to pay in fines.
Yeah,
is ridiculous. It's like you lose it all and more when you inevitably get caught, and you'll probably go to prison.
we get your ass sued.
Yeah,
Like mad.
could you imagine if you leaked a big film? Like, oh god, the trouble you'd be in.
I don't say if you're working on it, like literally you're, a big crew member or something, then that's your career gone as well.
Not even if you're anyone, that's your career gone.
I mean, big as in like not just an extra. If you're an extra, they'll be like, right, you blacklisted, go away.
Well, anyone would be blacklisted, and rightfully so,
yeah.
because you wouldn't want to work with someone who you'd be like, oh, you're the guy that just leaked that other like multi-million pound film. What are you going to do to mine? Like, no, of course, I completely agree. I think people who do stupid things like that deserve every punishment that goes their way. Like some people I remember were saying, oh, that's a bit harsh. About the Wolverine guy when he got a prison sentence and he was fine. Oh, that's a bit cruel. I was like, think about how much money he's cost.
Teach anyone else who's going to do it.
But even not even that, I was like, think about how much money he's cost that production company. I completely agree. It's a criminal offence. He's stolen. A very expensive
stealing.
product. Yeah. So no, that's one thing that I like. And like, for example, whenever I see a spoiler, if I say to you something, I'll be like, I've seen a spoiler for tonight. So I'll never mention to you what it is. I'll be like, I've just had something spoiled, but I won't say what. I'll be like, yeah, spoiled, but I won't give it away to you what it is.
Apart from the Rebels thing, come on, what did you say to me? I said something. You went, well, like not anymore or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, thank God.
That was a slip of the tongue. That was an accident.
Something I guessed, but still, douche.
But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, like if you don't mind spoilers, but even again, I think it would be nice if people could wait. Overall, I think is the summary.
Please have courtesy.
Yeah,
and show kindness.
It would be nice. I guess it would be nice to respect the cast, the crew. Like for example, like super fans and stuff. Like you're saying, if you're really a super fan, then surely you'd want it to succeed. So by pirating it or reading all these spoilers, you're not really helping it succeed. You're kind of doing the opposite. You're damaging the product. So it does. I get the curiosity, but it's like, are you that desperate that you have to do something illegal or, well, maybe not illegal on your end, but illegal on someone's end? Someone's broken the law to get you that information. Are you really that desperate to find it? Could you not wait? Like we were saying, like I'm really excited for Spider-Man: Homecoming, but if it did make its way onto the internet beforehand, I would still wait and watch it at the cinema. I'm probably going to go to the midnight opening for that one, if I'm honest. That's
Honestly, I'm the same with Star Wars. If someone put up a thing saying, photo of whatever death scene or something, I'd be like,
or even if it was like
anywhere near it, even though it's December, I don't care. I'm not going anywhere near it.
Some things I don't mind, like if the company release it, I don't mind them. Is like new costumes or outfits, like this.
Oh, that's fine because that's not. That's just.
It can be.
I don't know. That'll be in trailers and stuff. Yeah, unless it's a specific change.
Also, if the company
Spider-Man,
if the company choose to release it, then I think that's great. But a lot of companies recently have had to force their hand. They've had information leaked. Have you not known? Like we get information leaked, and then suddenly a trailer will come out. Well, it's gaming companies.
Well, they're kind of forced to, aren't they?
Yeah, because otherwise it's going to be coming out illegally. So they have to play their hand now and be like, right, here's the trailer. We weren't planning to release it yet, but that's kind of had their hand forced.
I don't know if this is actually what happened, but Rick and Morty season 3. I can't remember what happened, if there was a problem with that or not. But I think everyone kept nagging them for it, or someone tried to like find it or something. But then I think it was April 1st or whatever, they just released it, said, fuck it. And released episode 1.
Yeah.
Even though it's not coming out until summer, the rest of it, they were like, just have it. So they just did it.
But that was the company's choice to do it. But we
Exactly.
don't know, like we said, we don't know what went on behind the scenes.
I can't remember what happened with it, but yeah, so it's released season 1, episode 1 of season 3, and they're like, right, you have to wait till summer for the rest. I was like, oh, God damn it.
Because I think, was it the new Battlefront trailer, which looked cool? That was
the same thing.
That wasn't meant to come out. That got leaked, and it was the same with Destiny 2. They were like, it's suddenly got leaked. These trailers are coming in, and then like, and this is going to happen. So they had to release the trailers to kind of keep up with the leaked info, which is a shame. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool to see the trailers, but you kind of feel bad for the people behind it who have like worked really hard and they had this whole plan in mind, and then some random person's just kind of well and truly cocked it up for them, and they're having to just work around it now. And
so I'm waiting by a button, really excited. Like, this is the launch button. Oh, it's gone.
So yes, spoilers bad, leaking bad is pretty much what this podcast was about.
Take your hand, get your other hand, and whack it.
What was the worst spoiler you've ever had?
The worst spoiler I've ever had. In recent memory, it's probably only the Red Wedding. Really, I'm usually, touch wood, very good at avoiding them because I just don't listen to people. I avoid.
I don't talk to
media.
people. I don't interact with people.
I live in a box where no one can find me and the internet can't get to me. And then I watch it and I come out like, oh my God! And then I'm the one who shouts at everyone going, Han Solo died. It was me. I got beaten up.
By Boba Fett and the Stormtrooper. I think mine was actually The Walking Dead was Beth's death, because
that was a pretty big one.
It was just a photo there right in front of my face. Like, it was like, and I remember because I really like Beth as a character as well, so I was just sitting watching it like, I know it's coming, and it happens at the very end of the episode. So like literally, I didn't enjoy that episode at all, and it is a good episode. I didn't enjoy it because I knew the ending, and I was just sitting there like, I know it's coming now. And the Facebook group were like, oh, we're sorry. And it's like, yeah, sorry doesn't really change the fact you ruined the bloody episode for me.
Is it run by Americans?
I don't know. There must be.
That might make more sense.
Yeah. No. Well, no, because I think it's the official page, so Fox TV would be in charge of it.
Yeah.
But then I'm assuming Fox. I could be wrong here, but whoever, they would have known what was happening. The people in charge of the group, 'cause it's the official Facebook page for them.
Yeah.
So they would have known what was coming, and they just accidentally released it early, published it like 12 hours early, or something. So.
Well, you say 12 hours early. Still, even if it just comes out and they release it. It's a picture of exactly what happens
at the very end. Yeah,
like
the biggest part of the episode.
Yeah, still don't do it.
And even then, even just like a few
show
days,
another shot from the film.
Yeah, from the episode. Yeah, no, that would have been smart. I think we're gonna end it there, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did,
we didn't spoil anything for you.
We did but we warned.
I'll put a list somewhere saying like what we are spoiling.
Yeah, in the comment section. yeah. But yes, we really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. And if you have any topics you would like us to discuss as well, please put them in the comment section below. And until then, we will see you next time.
Speak to you all later.